Hey everybody, it's Alan from Woodcrest Bonsai, and I just had to show you that my Gumpo white Satsuki Azalea is in full bloom. And oh god, it is so pretty. I mean, look at that, just amazing. And it's really rather interesting because every now and then the flower will have a little tiny bit of orange or pink or whatever you'd call it. There's a little bit on this one here too. Very cool. Now, I didn't think Satsuki azaleas were really going to do all that well here. And I got two of them. I got this Gumpo white, plus this one, which I do not know the variety. It had some pink flowers, nowhere near as profuse as this guy. And actually, there's 2-3 more buds, so it's going to be even more beautiful in about another week. I got them from my friend who liquidated her collection. And I thought, oh, those things are going to grow here. I asked her how long she'd had them. She said a couple years. Last year, they did okay. They didn't have many flowers, but they still lived. And then this year, I decided to pot them up into 10-inch bulb pans from the 8-inch, I don't know what you'd even call it. It was kind of like a woven pot, almost like weed mat, but it was woven into a pot, like an 8-inch bulb pan, but made out of fabric. So God, this one had the buds, but then in the spring it started to produce vegetative growth, and I was like, why didn't it flower? And I am so unfamiliar with these Satsukis that I think I just didn't realize, because the vast majority of azaleas that I do have bloom much earlier. Most of the larger azaleas I have, the indica varieties, bloom like February, March. And then the smaller indica varieties, the dwarfs, the Duchess of Cyprus, they're even earlier. So I was a little bit disappointed that this guy didn't flower. It's like, man, it had so many buds. But now, it's just, I'm just smiling. And this guy here, even though he didn't have many flowers, you can see a tremendous amount of elongation. And May is the time that I take my cuttings for the other azaleas, because they have also sprouted new growth. And as that new growth hardens off, you get what's called half-hard wood. So it's very green and supple near the tip, but then it hardens to brown at the base, and where it's just beginning to harden, that's the best place to take cuttings for azaleas. And I will be doing that very shortly. And then I have a couple of other ones I guess I can show you since we're here. These 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the Duchess of Cyprus. This one is in a bonsai pot. I've featured this tree on numerous other videos, and I guess I can send you a link to that one. And then these were some other cuttings that were just sort of languishing, and I said, I'm going to pot them up. And obviously this one here is struggling a little, but it's still alive. This one here has a tremendous amount of new growth, and then the two larger ones are really quite healthy, and I think they're going to make nice little bonsai themselves. But I love this white. Look at that. It's so beautiful. So I've changed my mind. I'm going to actually attempt to take some cuttings from these guys too. Now if we look, I think what I need to do is wait for it to stop blooming, because you just can't see the stem elongation. There is some, like right there, but I really need to wait for it to stop flowering and then take the cuttings from this guy. This guy, all I really need to do is wait for the bottom of the stem to begin to harden off. And then I'm going to grow them. The one problem with these guys is they were grown by someone who took very, very large plants and then just whacked them back to nothing, with no real rhyme or reason to turn them into a bonsai, just massive, massive chops. So they have thick trunks. Now this one has a much better trunk structure where you could create a pretty decent bonsai out of it. But they were not cut back to create any kind of structure for a bonsai. So when I take my cuttings, given that they survive in 2 or 3 years, when I cut them back, I will be cutting them back to create structure. So, but God, isn't it beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. So it's just a quickie. Gumpo white azalea. And the only reason I know this is Gumpo, because when I was doing the repotting, a little tiny tag, I mean it was just tiny, fell out. And it said Gump. And I thought it was like Forrest Gump. And I was like, what? So sure enough, you know, that's the beauty of your search engines. You type in Gump, and then it just added the O. So that's the variety, Gumpo. Gumpo azalea. It's a type of Satsuki, along with this critter here, which I had no faith they were going to live or even thrive here or even live. But they've done very well. So that's it for today. If you're curious about how these guys root as cuttings, once I take the cuttings, please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Does anybody else have any of these Gumpos as bonsai? And that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching Woodcrest Bonsai.